Walmart, for most, is a place for everyday necessities. A store with shelves stocked full of items for our convenience. But behind the bright lights and neatly arranged aisles, something more sinister can lurk. Some nights, Walmart isn't just a place to shop, it becomes a place of fear. These 5 true stories reveal the darker side of one of the world's largest retailers, where strange and disturbing events have left employees and customers alike with chills down their spines. Prepare to be haunted by these eerie Walmart horror stories. The Night Shift Encounter. Late nights in Walmart are usually quiet, with few customers and even fewer distractions. For Jeff, an overnight stock worker, this was part of the appeal. He enjoyed the peace and solitude as he restocked shelves, rarely encountering any disruptions. That changed one night when Jeff was working in the pet supplies section. It was around 3 a.m., and Jeff was stacking bags of dog food when he heard a faint whisper behind him. Startled, he turned around, but no one was there. He assumed it was just his imagination playing tricks on him. After all, it was late and he was exhausted. But then, he heard it again, this time more distinct. A child's voice calling out, "Mommy?" Jeff froze. There were no children in the store at that hour, and the voice sounded too close. He scanned the aisles, trying to find the source of the sound, but the aisles were empty. Just as he turned back to his work, he felt a cold draft brush past him, followed by the soft sound of footsteps running away. Chilled to the bone, Jeff tried to shake it off, but the atmosphere in the store felt different, now heavier, darker. The whispers continued throughout the night, each time growing more desperate, more urgent, as if someone or something was searching for help. Jeff finished his shift in a hurry, and by the time morning came, he had made up his mind. He couldn't handle another night in that section of the store. When he told his manager about the experience, the manager paled. Apparently, several employees had reported similar encounters, all near the pet supplies aisle. No one knew why, but they all agreed on one thing: something wasn't right in that part of the store. The woman in the parking lot? It was just after closing time, and Lisa was one of the last employees to leave for the night. As she walked across the dimly lit Walmart parking lot to her car, she noticed a woman standing near the back of the lot, staring at one of the store's exit doors. The woman wore a long, tattered dress and seemed out of place in the otherwise empty lot. Lisa called out to ask if she needed help, but the woman didn't respond. Instead, she turned and walked slowly toward the back of the lot, disappearing into the shadows. Lisa brushed it off, thinking maybe the woman was waiting for a ride, but something about the encounter felt wrong. As Lisa got into her car and started the engine, she glanced in her rearview mirror. There, standing just a few feet behind her car, was the same woman, her face expressionless, eyes hollow. Lisa's heart raced as she threw the car into drive, speeding away. When she looked back again, the woman was gone, as if she had never been there at all. Lisa reported the incident to her coworkers the next day, but none of them had seen the woman. However, several employees confessed to seeing strange figures in the parking lot over the years, figures that seemed to vanish the moment anyone got close. Was the woman a ghost or something more sinister? To this day, Lisa refuses to park in that lot alone. The disappearing shopper. Mark had been a cashier at Walmart for over 5 years, and he had seen all kinds of customers during that time. But one evening, he encountered a shopper that still haunts him to this day. It was around 9 p.m., and the store was winding down for the night when an older man walked up to Mark's register with a cart full of groceries. The man was polite, speaking softly as he unloaded his cart. Mark began scanning the items, making small talk as usual. But as the transaction progressed, Mark started to feel uneasy. The man's eyes never blinked, and his expression remained strangely neutral, almost lifeless. After finishing the checkout, Mark handed the man his receipt and said, "Have a good night." The man didn't respond, just stared at Mark for a moment before turning and walking away, his movements unnaturally stiff. Mark watched as the man headed toward the exit, but halfway across the store, the man vanished. It wasn't like he walked out of sight. He simply disappeared, as if he had never been there. Startled, Mark quickly checked with the security team to see if they had caught the man on camera. But when they reviewed the footage, there was no trace of the man at all. It was as if Mark had imagined the entire interaction. Yet, the groceries he had scanned and the receipt he printed were real, sitting on the counter as proof. To this day, Mark wonders who or what that man was and why he simply disappeared. The Phantom Employee. It was a busy Saturday afternoon, and the store was packed with customers. Susan, a longtime Walmart employee, was restocking shelves in the clothing department when she saw a fellow employee walking toward her. The woman was wearing the standard blue Walmart vest and name tag, her hair neatly tied back. As the woman approached, she smiled at Susan, but something about her seemed off. Her smile was too wide, her eyes too bright. Susan turned away for just a second to grab an item from a shelf, and when she looked back, the woman was gone. Confused, Susan checked the nearby aisles, thinking maybe the woman had walked away, but there was no sign of her. She asked another employee if they had seen the woman, but no one had. Later, when Susan described the woman to her manager, she learned that no one fitting that description worked there. Rumor had it that years ago, an employee had tragically died in the store under mysterious circumstances. Could the woman Susan had seen be her ghost, still wandering the aisles of the store? Whatever the case, Susan never saw the woman again, but the memory of that unsettling smile has stayed with her ever since. The Creepy Customer. It was a slow Tuesday evening when Jane, a Walmart cashier, encountered one of the strangest customers of her life. The man was tall and gaunt, his skin pale and his eyes dark and sunken. He wore a heavy coat despite the warm weather and had an odd smell, like damp earth and something rotting. The man didn't speak as he placed his items on the conveyor belt, just a few basic groceries. But as Jane began scanning the items, she felt an overwhelming sense of dread. It was as if the temperature around her dropped, and the store seemed to fall silent. She tried to make small talk, but the man remained silent, staring at her with a vacant, almost predatory gaze. When the transaction was finished, the man took his bags and walked away. But as he left, Jane noticed something strange. His reflection in the glass door looked distorted, twisted into something monstrous. She blinked, and the reflection was gone, replaced by the man's normal appearance. Shaken, Jane told her coworkers about the encounter, but they laughed it off. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that the man wasn't entirely human. Whether he was a ghost, a demon, or something else entirely, Jane knew she had come face to face with something truly disturbing. These stories serve as a chilling reminder that even the most ordinary places can harbor extraordinary terrors. Whether you're an employee working the night shift or a customer making a late-night run, you never know what you might encounter in the aisles of Walmart.